Hey y'all, Carolina Tony here. Today the road brings me to Charlotte, North Carolina, and I'm joined here by Todd Venture.
Howdy, howdy.
We are at the Billy Graham Library.
Yep.
Right. We're going to take a look around. Neither one of us is.
Never been here. First time.
Myself or him. Neither one of us has been here. Todd's got some special stories we're going to share with you throughout the video, but I'm real excited. You?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
It's going to be good. So we'll get started right after this station identification. Right over behind us was Billy Graham's home. Todd,
Yep.
was the home right here?
No.
So the home was moved here.
Well, what happened was, Billy Graham was from Charlotte originally, and the home was actually on Park Road years ago, which is now Park Road Shopping Center. That was their farm, and the house was set for demolition in the early 80s. And so the history is, with my dad, he actually moved it to the old PTL grounds in Fort Mill.
Well, hold up one second. Let's bring this into more perspective for those that know. Todd's dad was the celebrity on Channel.
He was on Channel 9.
Channel 9.
Yeah, but he actually worked all different affiliates over time. Yeah. So he started what was called the Heritage Foundation, and they saved the home through donations for people who really wanted to save the home. And he coordinated all that and got with a friend of ours, the Maxwells. They were contractors who specialized in building, but also dismantling the Billy Graham home. And piece by piece, they had brought it down to Fort Mill, down the old Heritage USA, where they built it there. And it was there for a good over 20 years until some property owners came and bought it. And then eventually, they did move it here. But yeah, and so it's here now. And in all its glory, it looks great. So yeah, I can't wait to go inside and check it out. But I remember it for years as a kid, going in there, and as they built it and restored it, where everybody can enjoy it like they do enjoy it today.
This house was actually reconstructed and moved here while Billy Graham was still alive. They had bought this property to build the Billy Graham Library on. A little bit of history. The Billy Graham home originally was built by Billy's father, William Franklin Graham, in the 1920s on Park Road, just a few miles from here. The Billy Graham home now sits on this land, but it wasn't always here.
Right.
But the landscape and all is pretty much
the same.
Pretty much the same.
Right.
So like when it was over near the Heritage area,
right,
it pretty much looked like this.
Exactly.
Now tell us a story about what happened in this area right here.
Well, when Dad was giving the tour, let's put in perspective as far as where he was originally back at Heritage USA, and he was given a tour to some of the Amway folks, and the president of Amway was with my dad.
Right.
He would have had his heart attack right here.
Really?
He passed away pretty much in the front, and he was with him and held on to him. And let me tell you what he said. He told my mom, and he told us the last things that Dad said. He said, "Jesus, take me now."
Wow.
That was the last words my dad said.
Wow.
And he was gone.
Wow.
He said right after he said that, and he was holding them, he passed on. As soon as he said, "Jesus, take me now," he was gone. And my dad's office was literally in the sunroom, right here while they were building the house. And then my mom was there as well. She kind of took over to finish it up. And we had pictures. I got to find them and pull them out. But there's pictures of her and my dad. And I remember this room was filled with a lot of the floorboarding.
Yeah.
When they were putting the floorboards in, to slowly put things back together, they had some things over here that they would store on the side of the sunrooms, and they would put it back together. It was kind of cool.
Now, your dad would have passed away.
Right.
When now?
1984.
1984.
He was only 52 years old. Yeah, Mel is his nephew.
Okay.
And so this was part of Mel's, was getting it restored over here.
Okay. Well, we can go inside of Billy Graham's home. So this is what Billy Graham's home looked like when it was on Park Road. And this would have been the dining room. This is pretty much exactly what it looked like when it was over on Park Road. And there's a photograph that can attest to that. This is the sunroom. That would have been Todd's dad's office.
My dad's Brad Lake's.
This looks like a 1920s kitchen. A photograph of the Graham Dairy Farm when it was on Park Road from around 1947. We are inside of the Billy Graham Library. This is really cool. A lot of artifacts. Okay, so this is an Angel Award?
Yeah, what that is, it's like equivalent to, for religious broadcasting or Christian broadcasting, it's equivalent to like the Emmy, but for religious broadcasting or Christian broadcasting.
Right.
That's what that is. So my dad won one of those as well.
Awesome.
And my brother Chris, I think, has it at his house.
Lots of photographs of the Billy Graham Crusades in the Charlotte Coliseum in 1958. This was Franklin Graham's truck, and they say it still works. There are a lot of books for sale. There are books that are not for sale from the Graham personal library. So this is Billy Graham's pulpit, or one of them that he actually used. And in words that Billy Graham spoke, as well as from the Bible, Jesus said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through the Son."
You can have the hope, the peace, the assurance that comes only by completely putting your faith and trust in Jesus Christ.
Oh, this is so cool. We are going to a tent meeting.
Paper, get your paper right here. Paper, mister. Paper, get...
Okay, well, let's go inside. We are, and there's Billy Graham. He is preaching. Here we continue our walk. We're coming out of the Canvas Cathedral. Recreation of Billy and Ruth Bell Graham's mountaintop home in Montreat, North Carolina. Here is Ruth Bell Graham's wedding veil, handmade wedding dress, as well as her engagement ring.
He had a little yellow truck, and we delivered furniture, and I worked for 50 cents an hour, and worked my way through school.
It's a studio just like this where Billy Graham would have started his radio program. All was rolling on camera one. Ready? Action. We are here today with Charlotte personality and also the creator and star of Todd Ventures. And we are here at the Billy Graham Library. And Todd, what do you think?
I love it. It's very humbling.
It's a very awesome place
Yeah.
to stay.
And there's a tremendous confusion in the problem because it's a constitutional problem as well as a race problem. And it's all confused, and many people are making emotional statements at the moment. Flag-waving statements, hysterical statements. Would to God that all of us love for our fellow man.
This is so cool. Watch how the screens disappear and the TV sets are exposed.
He walked into the crusade.
This next room impacted evangelism worldwide. Cool. And it's planet Earth circling as these people are talking.
The priority of evangelism was renewed in my life.
Lots of photographs of Billy Graham with world leaders. South America crusade. Look at those people. North America, Toronto Sky Dome. Wimbledon Stadium. Oh, a recreation of the Berlin Wall. You are leaving the American sector.
It's World War II.
Black Mountain, North Carolina. I have actually done a video in Black Mountain, but the photograph of the funeral procession as it passed through Black Mountain, not far from where Billy and Ruth lived with their family. His funeral procession, 130 miles from Black Mountain to Charlotte, and this is the folks lining Billy Graham Parkway. A tent was erected in front of the library for his funeral.
And of course, Bill Clinton.
Right, there is President Bush. Billy Graham's coffin, very simple, right in the living room of his home where we were just at a few minutes ago. And in the garden shortly before he was interned.
Well, hello there. Didn't see you coming. My name is Bessie. I love that song because it comes right out of the book of Psalms, where God said, "Every animal of the forest is mine, and the cattle on 1,000 hills." Woo-hoo! Imagine that. Why, I bet you're surprised that I can do more than just Did you know that cows were created on the 6th day? The very same day that God created man. That makes us cows pretty special. And did you know that of all the animals that entered Noah's Ark, the Bible lists cattle first? And guess what? One day,
This is the grave of Ruth Bell Graham. She was born June the 10th, 1920 and died June the 14th, 2007. She was born in China to missionary parents. Billy Graham was born November the 7th, 1918 and passed away on February the 21st, 2018. He was born and raised on a dairy farm just a few miles east of this location. Billy Graham preached the gospel message to millions of people all around the world in person through radio, television, film, books, and internet. When asked how he wanted to be remembered, he replied simply, as his gravestone states, "A preacher of the gospel of the Lord Jesus Christ." He once said, "Someday will you read or hear that Billy Graham is dead. Don't you believe a word of it. I shall be more alive than I am now. I will have gone into the presence of God." Well, that is going to be a wrap for our visit to the Billy Graham Library.
Yeah.
Want to thank Todd. We've learned a whole lot through Todd. What you think?
I thought it was great too. Be sure to come here too. It's very humbling too. You learn a lot more about what Billy did and his word that he spread to everybody too. And it's about that. That's all it's about. It's about also being good to each other and loving each other and knowing that you're being watched over too. So it's just also listening to the word of Billy and what he was trying to tell you in his evangelical preachings that he's done for years and years. But yeah, come here and you feel so much different when you come here and experience this.
I will have to say it is refreshing. Good word. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give us a big old thumbs up. Be sure to go check out Todd's channel at Todd Venture, YouTube. Again, thank you for watching. Be sure to share this video with your family and friends.
Okay.
But until next time, y'all have
A
a good day.